afternoon. We begin in San Francisco, where a group of residents are rallying in opposition to Proposition K. If passed, it would turn a section of the Upper Great Highway along Ocean Beach into a park. Crowd 4's Charles Clifford is live for us along the Great Highway with the latest details on this. Charles.
Well, good afternoon. Right now, the Upper Great Highway between the San Francisco Zoo and Golden Gate Park is open to traffic during the week, but on weekends it is a public park, a very popular one. There's a ballot measure before San Francisco voters asking them whether or not they want to just make it a permanent park. Today we are hearing from people who are opposed to that idea. This November, voters in San Francisco will be asked to decide the fate of Proposition K. If it passes, San Francisco's park code would be amended to establish new recreation and open space by restricting private vehicles at all times on the Upper Great Highway between Lincoln Way and Sloat Boulevard. Voter approval would lay the groundwork for one day turning this stretch of the Upper Great Highway into a permanent park, with only emergency vehicles like ambulances being allowed to drive here. Supporters of the plan see it as a chance to build San Francisco's next great public open space, but opponents say that the Great Highway is a critical vehicle route for people driving across the city, and that closing it could increase traffic in nearby residential neighborhoods.
People who live in the Richmond who need to work, say they work in Daly City or they work in other parts of the city, they need the Great Highway, and pushing them onto other city streets increases the opportunities and danger of accidents because so many intersections.
They also point out that this section of the Upper Great Highway already has park space.
There is already a bicycle path, already park benches, already a path to jog on the Great Highway, on the west side of it, and also on the east side of it, both sides.
If Prop K passes, the city would need to begin the process of obtaining permits to build a park and make traffic improvements to the area. At this point, there is no finalized design for what an eventual park here would look like. The city says that redesigning the area would be a separate public process that would include community input. All right, back live now. Opponents of Prop K also worried that closing this section of the Great Highway would set a precedent for possibly closing roadways in other parks across the city. But for now, in San Francisco, Charles Clifford, KRON 4 News.
All right, Charles, thank you so much for your coverage this afternoon.